G'day everybody, it's Mike. Hope you're well. I'm just loading Oran Park conversion. This is the latest 4.3 or 0.43 version. All I've done is just tidy up a few things. There's still lots of little stuff to go, and that's where all the time gets away with you to spend guiding those little fine details, and that takes the longest. But at the moment I'm sort of got some issues with some health, not with me but with my wife, so I'm having a bit of a break after this. As far as doing updates, I'll still work on it, but just do little bits at a time. But what I want to do is just sort of show you around the track, and so I'm starting to do some work up here. It's slowly getting there. This road will be blended in eventually. That's a bit weird. I know why that's happening, but that's okay. It's not important. I'm going to actually do this road down through here because it's a bit of a landmark. And there'll be some other things like, see, this building's just, it's not exactly right, and I'll be getting rid of these shadows and these areas here just to make it a bit more tidy. Like here, I've got rid of all the shadows underneath, which shouldn't be there. The track's coming along pretty well. It's a big job doing a conversion because I want to try and improve it. I've done the kart racing centre is not too bad. See, these, got to get rid of those. Looking all right. It's fairly accurate. I've got a floating building there I forgot to fix up. Eventually I want to have the kart track working, so you line up here, drive out, and there's a few different versions of the track, but we'll work on that. So you can see the grass is starting to look alright. I've got to redo completely these speakers. I'm going to use some of the speakers out of Queensland Raceway because they're almost the same. I've done the lines today. They're a bit better than they were. This is going to get some bump mapping and specular mapping here. Just also I'm going to reduce the colour, because since rFactor changed their settings and their files and all that sort of thing, the shaders look different, so that's changed from the earlier version, so I'll fix that up. Looking around here, I need to fix this. This is just to do with the vertexes. This was doing it as well, so I fixed it up, and now I've messed up somehow I've messed up the mapping underneath. This was completely rebuilt because it was too rough and the cars would bounce and flip, and also here as well I rebuilt these for the same reason. The cars would bounce and flip, and I've got a mapping error there, but I'll fix that up later. All the sponsors are as accurate as I can get with the photos I have. This was basically the week before the V8 supercars had their last round. This is how the track looked. That needs to be fixed. The Coke sign looks a bit yucky. This has come up quite well. This section here, that's all brand new. I rebuilt all that. I rebuilt here. I'll just go down a little bit. So we got wire fence, proper 3D wire fencing, and that's from Longford, and thanks to Wuchu for helping me with those. They're also out of Longford as well, and the posts. So we've got all the fences and the wiring and all that sort of stuff there looking okay. I'm going to put a new wire through here because it doesn't look right, but that will be done when I put the new light posts in. There's still a lot to do for the pits. There's actually fences all through here, fences there, and this section here I have to rebuild all here as well. Whoops, that's not looking very right at all. So this section needs to be remapped and rebuilt. I'm not going to bother too much down through there because you'll never see it much unless you actually physically just drive down there. This is a brand new scratch built building I did. It's got a little office in there. Just wrong way, go down. It's actually pretty good. I've got to fill in the wall, I think. There's a few other little bits and pieces to do there. Stop it, go away. This is also scratch built, and this one's scratch built as well. That's brand new. Toilet block in the back there, that's all new. That was not in the original track. I forgot to export. I fixed that up. It's all crooked, but we'll worry about that later. I have to fix here, see that crease, that should be a lot smoother, but that's looking good, and that's all got to be fixed up as well because the height of this is incorrect. The dunnies, they're all brand new. I made those, and I'm going to get proper textures on there. They're sort of not very good at the moment. So that's about it. So it's still a little bit to go, as you can tell. All these lights will have proper wires instead of the problem here. We've got bad shadowing and stuff. And out there I'll be doing more trees, and so the hills look a bit more like this. They're finished. So we've got to get the horizon done. But that's going to be a long way away. That's, you know, probably months away, so probably towards the end of the year. This will be all remapped and getting that looking a little bit better as well. As I said, I'm going to rebuild through here. Eventually we'll have the other parts of the track. I forgot to do that. Anyway, there's a sand trap there. I forgot to change the colours of the vertex so we can see. But here, if we go up and up and up, so we've got the cart track, and the cart track runs over here, down through this corner and back through around there. There's also a shorter version of the track, which is more like the original version, was this corner here, because the figure 8 loop, this section here is all new. Well, reasonably new, came out in the 70s or whatever it was. So originally it was just this section here back in the 60s, and then they put this section in here and put the figure 8, and you've got, there's a figure 8 for the carts, there's figure 8s for cars and access roads and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, it's starting to look alright. Still got lots of trees to do out here, but it's looking pretty good. So also we will be getting new AI as well, but that'll be done when I do the other versions of the track and get that done. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope things end up going better this end with my wife and her treatment, but at the moment things are just going to have another pause, which seems to be never ending. But I will do the best I can, as much as I can, and try and get this track looking and feeling just right. So thanks for watching, and have a great day.